Hey, this is Mark the Meerkat with Grok Trade with the trade of the day. Actually, I'm going to show you two trades of the day, and it was on AEMD. Boy, was it choppy here this morning in the stock market, and it a lot of snapbacks on me, like pull back 2, 3, 4%. So let me show you the first trade on AEMD. Here it was at opening. It was down here it was underneath the $5 range, which I don't play, but we had it on our list because it was moving big. And then it was high basing here after the market opened here around the 10 o'clock time frame, and then at the 540. So I set up a trade here just above 540, around 543. I was ready to go, but we were trading other things because it sat here a long time. And then what happened is boom, it popped out and I missed that trade. Oh well, missed that trade. Now it's starting to high base up here. And okay, I'm ready. It's just basing right here at 772 resistance area. So I set a trade just above that area. And what happened is boom, I'm now in this one at 582. 582 was my fill on this, and look at the volume coming in, over 1 million shares when that broke out. And then so again, my stop here, so this represents my stop here, as it was, I'm at 82, so at 77 is my 1% attached stop, automatically activated when I got in. And now this this is the hard part to create here on after the fact. Look at this wick. It shot all the way up here to 599, 599. And as it was going up there, I was pulling my stop up, pulling my stop up. I was about here when it hit 599. It started to slam back down, and it stopped me out here at 583. 583 was where I got stopped out, plus 0.2% in just 1 minute. Again, so dynamic. It went up here. Now you see that doesn't look like much. Well, that one candle, the width from the wick to wick here is 4%. That's 4% range on that one candle. When you have a 1% attached stop, that doesn't give you much to play with, does it? So I did make a little bit of money on this, but just, the opportunity was there at 599. Ended up being the high of days so far. And now, then we were continuing to watch this one, and there were shorts available on it, and it started to pull back here. And then it fell down here, and it was low basing right here on that 20 moving average right here at 555. So I was ready for a short here below 555, and it didn't go. And ready, and then it started to do a bear pullback here. So I have a short set up here below 555, and what happened is it then went bam right there, and I got in at 554. I'm now short on AEME. This is now my stop here. Now again, instead of a sell order, it's going to be a buy order. So give me a second to change that. So here we are. I'm set with my stop here at 559, 1% behind where I got short, which happens to be right at that R2 pivot line. And as it dropped down here to 540 in this 50 moving average, this is possible support area. And guess what? 540 was resistance here. It could now be support. So I'm going to bring in my stop in here fairly quickly. And then what happened? It just started to fall right through that 50 moving average. Bring in my stop here. Again, we're buying it back here in the money here. I'm going to bring it out here to 551. I now have a zero risk trade here. It's down here to 530 now. And then let's see what happened next. Now it's low basing out here around 530. So I'm bringing my full stop here in the money here to 542, right here by the 50 moving average. But I'm going to I took out half here. I covered half at 530 for 4.3% on the first half here, as it was low basing right here. Actually, there's one more candle. And then I have to change the number of shares in my stop here, and I'm bringing it down here to 538. And let's see where it goes from there. And look, it started to roll back up here. I'm like, oh, but the 8 EMA, it stopped there and started to roll back down to 520. Here we go. Now it's down here. Now this is 200 moving average, called Big Red is our nickname for it. And I'm going to follow this 8 EMA down. I'm going to read here now. I'm at 532, and it's resting down here, and I'm now getting I'm going to following this 8 EMA down here, bringing in my stop here. As this is at 515, is acting as support just above that 200 moving average. And what happens is it does eventually go boom, boom. There it is, just slammed right up there. Look at that. Just that breakout alone there. That was a 3.5% boom, right there in 2 minutes. And I'm out here at 527 was my fill for 4.9% on the second half. So let's take a look at this overall trade. On the second trade here, it was falling. It used this as support, did a bear pullback, and when it broke down below that 550 area, I got short 555, and then when it stalled, my rules say take a cover half. I did, and then it stayed down below that area until it didn't anymore. And look at it, shot up here along with a really big volume bar there as well. So it had reversed, and let's see here, it just kind of danced around there for a while before it fell again. So this overall trade was for 4.6% in 14 minutes. Hooah! Now, I mentioned this was a frustrating day on the market. Well, let's look at the trades we had in the Grok day trading chat room this morning. The second trade I just showed you was trade number 12 here for 4.6%. Now, look at if you take a look at my first 7 trades of the day, 5 of my first 7 trades were expense trades. Now, they weren't a lot. I mean, minus 0.1, 0.5, 0.6, 0.6, 0.5. And I had one 2% trade to the upside. But it was so choppy that these things were not trending well. They were chopping all over the place. And then things change. Talk about patience and persistence here. The second half of the day, what did I have here? I had 8 out of my next 9 trades were income trades here, including a 2%er here, a 4%er that I just showed you, and a 1%er and a 1.9. So I was able to come back strong then after having a very weak start to the day. And so the statistics for the day here, we were 9 out of 15 for 60% success rate, right at where we like to be as our target. 0 errors. I followed my trading rules exactly, even though, yeah, I was having several expense trades, but it's okay. They were small because I want to cut my losers short and let my winners run. And then we have my actual reward risk ratio. This is what made the difference here. Even though we were right at target here, look at that, 4.2 to 1 actual reward risk ratio, folks. That means on my average income trade was 4.2 times larger than my average expense trade. That's where you can make some money. In fact, we were at 12.99%, right there at near 13. That exceeds our 5% target and our 10% stretch goal for the two of those. Now again, that is how much you have invested in each trade, not your total portfolio. So our model portfolio is if you invest $10,000 per trade, with my 1% attached stop, I have $100 at risk. But for every 1% I make, that's $100 into my account, right? So we were just about $1,200, $1,300 that we made this morning in 2 hours on the market. Now, for the week here, we're coming up pretty strongly as well. We have I was on vacation on Monday, so no statistics there. But look, we had 10% yesterday. We had 12.99 today. We're at 23% for the week. Now, our weekly target, 5% per day, times 4 would have been 20%. We already exceeded that with 2 more days to trade this week. Again, no guarantee that we'll have any income on the next 2 days, but clearly we're doing well this week. And our overall success rate here is at 60.9%, above our target of 60%. So we're trading well this week. So if you'd like to join us in the Grok Day Trading chat room, go to groktrade.com, and what you're going to do is you're going to go to Day Trading chat room, and here is our page right here, and you can read all about it. Again, this is my results from last year, and it show every trade, and all rolled up into the yearly averages and income. Now, so we start at 9 o'clock Eastern time to start to sort through the over 8,000 stocks and ETFs that we're going to trade that day, and narrow it down to the few that are active that particular day. And then I'm going to be calling out trades. I'm going to tell you where I want to get in if it does break out or break down. And if I'm in the trade, I'm telling you exactly where my stop is and why I'm putting my stop there. And then also other people in the room are calling out other charts that we weren't on our initial list that are now moving, that we can do it together. So that's the beauty of being in a chat room together. And you can choose to trade that day or choose not to trade that day. That's all up to you. Again, we just finished trading about 11:30 or so during the morning, and that would be if you can be in front of the market at those times, depending on what time frame you're in. I mean, we have people from 5 different time zones in 6 different countries here trading with us right now. So if you'd like to do that, we'd love to have you. So this is Mark the Meerkat here. Hey, just remember that price action is the psychology of the market, while it does not represent the actual value of the stock. Trade well, and may your winners run.